sorry I'm late. I was at work, job number one. Uh, the little I heard, she ain't changed. Let's get into it. Let's just get into it. Bad advice. Let's just get into it.
This is the one, the only, the notorious, and the motherfucking glorious. Crystal Swirlz coming at you live and direct in full effect. Run to your goddamn phones. Run to your goddamn phones. You know what time it is. Now I know you guys are full of questions.
Are you going
You
to
got a
answer
lot
them?
to ask me,
Are you going
but
to
I'm gonna make one thing clear.
What's
Okay, I'm not gonna talk about my business on this internet anymore.
that?
I want to do something different, something special for you guys. But if I don't get any support financially, I will not be on YouTube.
Well, that's not anything different.
And when I say support, I mean it could be $1, it could be $5, it could be 10, whatever you feel like giving. If I don't start getting some love around here, I'm not gonna be up on this motherfucker because I have a whole lynch party out to get me. That's number one.
Oh, let's just. You're going to have a lynch party whether they support you financially or not. You're going to have this so called lynch party. Their money is not going to save you from this lynch party.
Number two, I'm on probation and I got government agents watching everything I say. So I can't say everything I want to say. That's number two. So what's the point of being on YouTube if you can't express your opinion? With
Okay, and again, why do they need to support you to be on YouTube if it ain't worth it because you can't express your opinion? You're contradicting yourself as usual.
without fear of retaliation. So, I got a gag order on my mouth. I
But
don't know if you can hear me. You
but you won't
guys
shut
can
up. What's
put some
up?
flames in the chat if you can hear
Welcome.
me. If you can't hear me, I'll shut down the chat and you have a nice life. I will not even bother with YouTube. But if you can hear me, put
Lies.
some flames in the chat. Because I really don't know if, the donations that I sent, I used it to transfer to the phone that works better. So if this phone,
Yes, it feels like forever, and she's here begging government agents coming after her, and she needs financial help, and lynch mob, and the lynch mob, the government agents is not gonna stop if they're really true, and not gonna stop if they send you cash apps. So stop with the bullshit. Let's continue. Hey, Cinnabon Bunny.
you can hear me, let me know. Ashley, Summer, listen to directions. If you can hear me, put up the flames. Perfect. Celestial Night, I missed the fuck out of you. Art of Aries 111, you know what time it is. Girl, I got a call-in show today. We could talk about whatever the fuck you want to talk about. We could talk.
Except,
And the name of the new show that I got is Telling My Business Anonymous. Telling My Business Anonymous.
what is.
Hello. Hello. So if you got somebody else's business that you want to talk about, they got you clutching your pearls. If you want to talk about the business that's on YouTube, like the business with Brett and Rose, which is a hot mess, we can talk about that too. I got another phone that I had to dig in.
Wouldn't the government agents just take the money from her because her probation fees anyway? Hell yeah. But you know, she gotta lay that guilt trip that their money is supposed to save her. Their money's gonna save her.
To my broke pockets, full of lint, and get it turned on. All right, it cost me $43. So if I could get that $43 back, I would appreciate it. Because I only had $75 in my account. I took $43 to get that other phone turned on. Thanks to my subscriber, two of them. One sent me $25, the other one sent me 15. I was able to turn on a second phone. Thank
So, so there it is. She doesn't have, barely have any money, and she's gonna take what she had to put on. Turn on a second phone so the girls can call in. Where the fuck are your priorities, Crystal? Oh my goodness.
To my goddamn subscribers. So when I tell you, your little $5 makes a difference. Your dollar, your $2, whatever the fuck you send makes a difference. Yes, it does. It does. Now, yes, I was in jail. I was in jail over allergies. Let's get that straight right now. I did not beat up my child. I did not lay hands on him.
Wait, you were in jail over allergies? You were in jail over allergies. Oh, you talking about Angelo had allergies? Is that what you're gonna say? You still didn't take care of him. Well, let's hear what you gotta say.
He had allergies unknown.
Wow. And let's see, if you were a mother who gave a shit about your paycheck and took him to the doctor regularly, those allergies wouldn't have been unknown. If you gave a shit, he was throwing up on the floor, bed, wherever. You didn't care. You didn't care about that. So I mean, why would you take him to a doctor? But then again, if he is your livelihood, that paycheck, if he's your livelihood, that should be reason for you to take him to the doctor, to keep his heart pumping, blood flowing, and all that. Just for that reason, because you don't give a shit about him as far as him being your child, your offspring. But he's your paycheck. You would think you would go out just like you got grass in the yard. You go take care of it. You mow the grass, you remove the weeds, you water it so it'll grow.
Unknown. At the last minute, he decides, well, he didn't decide. Mother Nature decided to make him allergic to wheat, dairy, eggs, and gluten. That's in every fucking food. So I got fucked. It was nothing but bad luck. Okay?
And you could have taken him to the doctor because he would have gotten sick or something every time he ate that shit. I mean, well, first of all, you need to feed him something other than frozen meals. Good grief.
So that's the most I'm gonna talk about with my business.
And you,
All right.
woo, girl.
I did 74 days in jail. I did everything they told me to do. I'm still doing everything they told me to do. But honestly, I do not think that this is a case of, you know, whatever. This
A case of whatever. Let me fill in the blank for you. Child neglect. Felony 3. That's what it was, in case you forgot.
this is a lynch party out for me.
No, honey, you hung yourself.
Right.
You hung yourself.
I'm home. I'm kissing ass. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. I'm not gonna be cursing online. I'm not gonna say everything I want to say about the government. I'm not gonna say everything I want to say about what I think political wise. Those days is over. What I'm doing now is I'm hoping I'm gonna be nice to y'all. All right. I'm hoping I can make $25 a day.
Oh
If
boy.
I can make $25 a day, I can stay afloat. Okay. You might laugh and say, "Oh, that ain't no money." Oh, it's money to me, sweetheart.
Yeah, to the bunny.
Okay. I need $25 a day so I could at least start paying some of these bills that I.
Yeah, that's what she's trying to say. And in the world of law enforcement, it's called child neglect.
Need to catch up on since I've been gone. It would help me save towards things that I need to do. Okay, so please don't be cheap. All right, donate a fucking dollar. All right. Now let me tell you about what we got going on here. We gonna have a call-in show called "Telling My Business Anonymous." You don't have to say your real name. You could tell. You don't even have to tell your business. You could talk about somebody else's business or what somebody else is going through.
In other words, I'm not going to tell my business and put it out there anymore, but you can come on my show and you can tell your business or you can tell somebody else's business and we'll talk about them and make them a target.
And we're gonna have people call in and give their advice. How about that? It's not gonna even be me. It's gonna be you
She's in the
calling
hood.
in and telling this poor unfortunate soul who calls up the show and says blah blah happened to them. Do you have any advice? What you're gonna do is you're gonna call up the show and give your advice. It could be one of you, two of you, three of you. But if we get multiple callers, please, I'm asking you nicely, please, one at a time. If you act the fool and you do not let the other person talk, I will drop your call. Okay?
No, she won't because she likes her drama. She said that before and she let it go on and on and on. Especially if it's one of her girls versus a black male, she gonna let the girl speak. But then again, she likes to hear the black male tell on himself, as she says. So we've already heard this before. This is the same shit we heard before she went to jail.
And you can get mad all you want to. But that's what we doing over here. I'm not putting the heat up under me.
No,
You
no,
got
no,
these
no
haters.
self
I'm not
control.
gonna say the names of the channels, but they know who they are. I
Me.
got a long list of haters who make videos about me, saying I abused my son when he had allergies. Allergies is not abuse. Should I have taken?
The fact that you didn't care enough to go see what was wrong with him when he was sick. That's the abuse part. Allergies is not abuse. No, but you didn't take care of your son. That's the abuse part. That's the neglect part. Jeez.
Take him to the hospital sooner? Yes. But allergies is not abuse, sweetheart.
Yeah, it is.
So,
You let it go on so long.
on that note, enough about me. Let's talk about this new thing that we got going on. I think it's a wonderful idea. I think we can have fun. I think we can have quality shows that are fun, like we used to have back in the day.
Same old, same
And I
old.
think that this could work. I do not want you to pay attention to the haters. I need a way to make money. My disease, my degenerative disc disease of my spine has gotten worse. I will need a walker soon. All right. I can only walk short distances. And I did not think that it would get this bad in such a short period of time, but it has accelerated. And I'm in a lot of pain most of the time. That's why I quit my job at KFC. That's the real reason why I quit, was because of the pain. I could not stand. I was leaning on the cash register. And I was told repeatedly by the manager, ma'am, you cannot lean on the wall. You cannot lean on the register. I was in pain, y'all. Okay, so we're not going to even go there talking about get a job. We're not going to do that. This is my job from home. And I'm dependent on each of you. I don't give.
Honey, you could have been door dashing or something. You nah. You You gonna forever be begging.
a fuck if you give me $2 a week. Help a sister out, please. I got close to 5,000 subscribers.
Here we go.
I'm the motherfucker that invented the call-in show. There should be no reason why you can't give $2 a week. If I can get 500,
Cause they work for their $2.
200, 300 of my subscribers to give me $2 a week, I would greatly fucking appreciate it. I'm fucked up over here. I cannot work. I tried to apply for disability. I was denied twice. They keep telling me, keep applying. So I'm going to keep applying. But in the meantime, I need your help. $2 a week. $5 a week. Whatever you can give is not asking for a lot. I'm going low because I know a lot of y'all are broke. Just like me. And, you know, donating $20, $50, that's a lot. So $2 a week is not. Even if you broke, you could do that. All right?
Don't tell broke people what they can do with their money to help your broke ass. Good on OnlyFans. Somebody wants to see all that twerking right there. Somebody will pay for that shit. Go on OnlyFans.
So you cannot say Chris was only in it for the money. If I was only in it for the money, I would not be asking you for such a low amount.
That's a
I
damn
just need
lie.
enough to get by.
That's a damn lie. You only ask for a low amount because you're insecure and you know if you ask for a whole lot, they're gonna laugh at your face because you and they know you're not worth it. So you ask for low amounts. You don't know you know what's your worth.
That's it. I need enough to get by. I need about 100 of you motherfuckers.
You sound like a damn drug addict, just enough to get by, just for that one fix, and then you'll be asking for some more for the next fix just to get by. Stop trying to get by. Oh Lord. Like I said, she could have been doing OnlyFans for people, men who like, oversized plus women. She's been doing OnlyFans. But instead she rather sit here and beg.
There's close to 5,000 of y'all. But if I could get at least 100 subscribers that will give me that $2, it would make such a fucking difference in my fucking life. Okay? I want to turn a blind eye to the haters. You know who they are. You see what's going on with Brett and Rose. There is a lynch party out for black women, content creators. I don't know what the fuck it is. They went after Princella. They called CPS on Princella. Yes, they did. So this is not just me, y'all. They coming after all of us. Okay? Now, my Cash App, Rind or Rind or whatever, however you pronounce your name, thank you for asking. My Cash App is $ Crystal Swirlz, all lowercase. Swirlz is
She's
spelled
done
with a
this
Z,
before and it hasn't
not an
worked.
S.
She's not going to get a large amount of her viewers to donate.
$
Nope.
Please put it in the chat. Please put it in the chat. I got moderators up my ass.
I mean, just last night. Yeah, just last night. That if y'all could hear the recording I put up, because her audio was out last night. She was needing $1,000 to get this phone and take care of this and take care of that. And now we hear that she used her own money, or at least to turn on the second phone. Man, priorities.
Art of Aries, let's get it popping. $ Crystal Swirlz with a Z, 8. $ Crystal Swirlz, 8. Okay? That is my Cash App. $2 a week. $2 a week, 100 people.
I don't know, Cinnabon Bunny.
That's all I need to
Well,
get
actually, now that I think of it, actually, yeah, that is her roof right there. That is her roof. So yeah, she's back in her house. It seems.
Really, really good up in this motherfucker. All right? Thank you. Oh, God, Art of Aries. Art of Aries, you fucked up my shit. I want you to erase. Thank you, Art of Aries. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Ryan, once again. So
for right now, them back taxes though.
For a cheap price, I'm gonna give you loads of entertainment. Okay, you gonna call in. You gonna be the star of the show. I'm not gonna be running my mouth no more. I want you to take over the show. Shout out to Trevor Foxton, who once donated me $500 fucking dollars. I will never, ever forget what you did for me, sweetheart.
Trayvon donated $500. Damn. Was that before or after she started talking shit on other channels? You want to talk about government agents and backstabbers? You got a couple of them in your chat, Crystal. You got a couple of them in your chat.
But I want to have fun again. It's not just the money. I want to make money, but I also want to have fun. And the $2 a week, I didn't say a day, because I know some of y'all are struggling. $2 a week from 200 people. If I can get that shit, I am, girl, I will be good. Do you hear me? I will be excellent. Now, you probably said $2 ain't shit. It ain't shit to you, sweetheart. All right? 200 people out of almost 5,000. It can be. We can do this. I can stay home. I can make money. We can have fun. And it's not even going to hurt your pockets. $2 a week. Come on, y'all. Support. Now, let's get it on with the call-in show. Now, I know you are wet in your panties trying to figure out what is the call-in number.
No.
Thanks to the subscriber that sent in $25 and the other subscriber sent in $15, I was able to get a second phone turned on. A spare phone that I got laying around the house that's in decent condition. I got that motherfucker turned on. Cause you see how them donations count? I was flat broke. I would not be talking to you right now if it wasn't for those 2 subscribers.
And the last thing I'm gonna do is get a second phone to be on YouTube. Got other stuff to talk about. She wants to talk to people. I mean, talk on that one phone to your subscribers who you are close to. But you want to spend money to get a second phone for a call-in so you can come over here and beg for that money to be replaced and then some for them to take care of you. Why don't you just start a Patreon where you can ask for constant money in return for videos? To ask Brandon P for $2 a week just seems so well, she is tacky. She is tacky.
Okay. Now $25 is a lot, and so is $15. I'd much rather have 200 motherfuckers give me $2 a week. I'd much rather have that.
You don't even have 50 subscribers that give you money. I bet it's the same. You probably, the one who give you money, you probably count them on one hand. I've never met somebody so needy, be so demanding on how others help them.
That's $400 a week. 400 times 4. I will be making $1,600 a month if you help me out. With that $2 a week.
If she thinks so many people are going to she's delusional. Yeah, she's delusional, right? Straight up.
Now, let me give you the number to the call-in show. Because I know you are dying to talk about what happened with Brett and Rose. I know you are wetting your panties. I know you got a lot to say, so I'm going to give you that number. But I'm not going to give it to you unless you drop it in the goddamn comment section so everybody can have access to the call-in show. Let's play fair, ladies. Now, I'm so happy to be talking to you again. I'm so happy that I'm able to talk to you without you saying, Crystal, we can't hear you. You can hear me now. Y'all better thank them subscribers. Those 2 subscribers that sent in that $25 and the other one sent in $15, thank them. Thank them, because I would not be talking to you. That's how broke I was. I could not even turn on my second phone. Now, if y'all want to talk about Rose and Brett, I'm down to talk about this shit.
These people are responsible for your big ass. So why would they add another bill, especially in these times? Right.
Rose, they dying to fuck her man. Let's not get it fucked up. He's a big Viking ass motherfucker. All right, he fine as fuck. He big as hell. All right, and it's mostly muscle. All right.
Now, let me point this out. Muscle, he's fine as fuck, he's big as hell, he's a Viking, he's all that Viking, right? All about his looks, right? I heard a little bit of this going home. Now, thirsty Empress RE is gonna call in about some guy that she like or seeing or whatever, and she's gonna talk about his looks. And Crystal's gonna backtrack. Why are you worried about a man's look? What's he gonna do for you? You so thirsty, worried about his looks, and here she is with Brett about his looks.
Hey, he fine, he tall, he is Viking material. That talked all that shit about Rose are dying to take her man. Let's get that straight right now. Shout out to you, Rose. I know you feel my pain, sweetheart.
She must not know that he fucked. I mean, I heard it. That he screwed around with her with men and women, and then brought someone he was fucking with to their wedding. You talk about DL men all the time. I guess you don't know that about Brett, but you probably wouldn't change your mind anyway because he's a Viking.
Trevan Foxton, I miss the fuck out of my Trevan Foxton. I miss Trevan Foxton calling in. I miss Art of Aries calling in. I miss my goddamn other girls that used to call in. My what's that little girl's name? Empress Marie. I miss her fucking crazy hair. I miss Scarlett. I miss Khadija. Oh god. Oh god. Like I fucking miss y'all. So,
Oh my god, and none of them bitches bothered to find out where you were. Nobody bothered to find out where you were.
the call-in number is 904. Right? Quadratic, dramatic, quadratic. We would not have a show without your crazy ass. Listen, let me put you on why you need to send that $2 a week. 200 of y'all. All right? I need 200 of y'all. At the bare minimum, 150. All right? Let me tell y'all why it's so important. Because we want to have fun again. We want to have a place where we can come for $2 a week. For $2 a week, y'all. Unlimited shows.
I'm sorry, but why pay the cow when you've been getting the milk for free all these years? Why bother pay? You're going to come on YouTube regardless. As long as you got a charged battery and oxygen in your lungs, you're gonna come on YouTube. They know this. That's why these 200 or whatever are not bothering to give you any money because you can't stay off YouTube even to save your life. And they know this. They know this. So all this begging, you wasting your time.
We're going to have people calling in with their problems. We're going to have
You
people
tried that
calling in
already.
talking about current events. You're going to do the dirty work. I'm on probation. I cannot get all the way funky the way I want to because I got a noose around my neck.
Well, if you ain't gonna be doing all the talking because you got a noose around your neck and y'all, why are they paying $2 a week? Why are they paying you to hear somebody else talk? Why are they paying you to have somebody else to hear somebody else talk? Boy, please be aware of the scam.
All right? So you got to be the one to get all the way funky. You got to be the one to do curse words and drop it like it's hot. You got to do that shit. I can't do it no more.
You gonna do
The
it
fans
too.
are watching me. All right? I honestly think they...
Got your
Let
car?
me shut up.
Got your car?
I'm gonna put it to you like this. I always feel like somebody's watching me.
Ooh,
And
no.
I got no privacy. Oh.
That's because you probably
I
business
feel like-
online.
Yeah, I feel like the fans did their thing up in here. You know what I'm saying? And needless to say, I cannot even masturbate without feeling like I got cameras watching me, which I probably do. But it's okay. I know I'm America's most hunted witch. Okay?
Child, please. Oh, good point. They could all just exchange numbers on social media and talk amongst themselves instead of paying her. Yeah. Yeah. Why are they gonna pay her? She's gonna be quiet and let everybody else do the talking. The people might just go on their own channel and make their money over there.
They want to know my witchcraft. They want to know my secrets. So, you know, I honestly think that they did their thing up in here. And I don't have to spell out what they did. Okay? But yeah, I think they kind of did that.
We didn't do
All
shit.
right?
We didn't do shit.
So, yeah. So, you know, they watching the witches. They want to know our secrets to the witchcraft. All right? They want to know. Because the powers that be want to use it for their little New World Order thing.
Your witchcraft didn't even save you from going to jail. What you talking about?
You know what I'm saying? So I can't talk but so much on here. Okay, I'm on probation. I need you to do the dirty work. So stop expecting me to come on here cursing, coming on here acting a fool. You gonna do that? I want us to have the wildest calling show in history. Okay? You want to talk about people? Talk about them on my show. You want to talk about your business? You don't have to use your real name.
So basically, everything that might get you in trouble and back in jail again that you can't say or do, you want other people to do it. Target.
You do not have to use your real name. You could say, I got a friend. Okay, you could pull that. You could pull that trick. If you're talking about yourself, we don't have to know. You could say that you're talking about a friend. Okay, but we want to have a telling my business anonymous show. That's the name of the goddamn.
I hate to stop. I hate to keep pausing this, but that's not gonna work. I mean, she might have a show or two on that, but her regulars that call in, we already know their voices, so they can talk about themselves or somebody else, but we already know their voices.
Show. The calling number once again. I don't know if you put it in the chat. 904.
Appreciate the views and likes, y'all.
Yeah, 904 801 0785. That is the number to the calling show. You can hit me up right now. Let's see what this bootleg ass phone I got turned on. It's on 13%. Number of the goddess. Oh shit.
Bootleg phone that she got 13%. You can't even let your phones charge for a full live stream. My phone is charged, and I got two portable little um, battery cases to plug it in if it die. I got two of those right here ready for however long she on here.
It's so fucked up. The charging port is fucked up, so I have a hard time charging it. I'm to get some help from my subscribers.
Yeah. This is the new phone I'm on. The charging port messed up on my old one. I'm so freaking mad because it's still a good phone.
To get a new phone, but that didn't happen. Only 2 people cooperated, and I still made it happen. I took this bootleg ass phone with a fucked up charging port, and I'm making it happen. It's down to 12% now.
It ain't gonna last long.
Yeah, I do. I need a new phone. Here we go. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Who we got? From the 585.
Ari the Aries princess. I'm Empress Ari, but I changed my name.
Hey Ari, we miss you, girl. I know you miss me.
Hi, I definitely miss you.
Can y'all hear Ari?
Well, you already know. You know, they sucked the dogs on me. You know what I'm saying? I did.
Yeah.
We're not even gonna talk.
Let me know if y'all can hear Ari. If not, I'm gonna turn up my surround speaker.
About the shit I seen in jail. That's a whole different topic. We're not gonna talk. I'm not here to talk about my business because they want to do what they're looking for me to do is talk about what happened in jail, talk about the bad experiences I had in jail, talk about my business, so they can make videos about it. I'm not here for that. I'm going to talk about.
That's a smart move.
Yeah, I'm here to turn this into telling my business anonymous subscriber edition. All right, I want y'all to talk about y'all business and give advice because we're gonna have a call-in show where people call in and give you advice about whatever you complaining about.
Yeah. So there is something I wanted to talk about.
Is that better?
I know how you feel about men, but hold on. I know how you feel about men, but like in the recent past, I was attracted a lot of guys that just didn't want to commit to me for some reason.
Okay, thank you.
I'm currently talking to. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hello?
Yeah, okay, okay. Nice and clear. And it'll be even better if I get a new phone, but we hanging on. We working with what we got. It'd be nice if I could get a new phone up in this motherfucker, even if it's a goddamn $150 phone. Anything is better than this piece of shit that I keep holding the goddamn charging port. I'm hoping. All right. You can see for
I
yourself.
need a new phone too.
I need a new phone. This shit is fucking ridiculous. Oh my god. Look at this.
I mean, if she was to really look into it herself, the begging, there are some places that you can buy and pay later. Shop, Pay, Affirm, places like that. You can put some down and make payments if you want a good phone.
Shit off. Hold on. 12%.
And they can help
You
you
see
pay for
that
that phone.
12%? It's on 12%. I am holding on. Let me see if I can get it to. Oh God. All right. No, because they be gonna say I'm doxing you. Shit. I don't want them saying I'm doxing you. But yeah. I need to get a new phone. Hopefully my subscribers will look out and they'll send in something so I get a new phone. This is fucking disgusting. But I'm gonna do the best I can. So what you think? So you have any problems that you want to talk about?
Yeah, I'm currently having problems attracting a guy that actually wants to like.
You gotta talk into the phone, baby girl.
I'm talking to a. Can you hear me now?
I'm gonna drop the call because she not.
Hold on, what's going on with her hair?
Her thing is she is not loud enough, and I know it ain't me. If you don't talk loud and we can't hear you, I will drop your goddamn call. I got 12% on this motherfucker. Empress, you gotta do better, baby.
Your baby girls.
Take the speaker off.
Okay, can y'all hear? Can y'all hear her now?
Can you hear me now?
We can hardly hear you.
Hello?
Yeah, you low. I don't know why you so low. Hold on, let me turn up the volume. Hold on.
Hello?
Yeah, hold on. Let me turn it up. Okay, now talk now.
Okay.
Much better.
Hi, can you hear me now?
Yes.
You said that's better?
Yeah, way better.
Okay, so I was saying so far I've been having issues finding guys that want to commit to me. But I am talking to a guy. We're not like romantic or anything. Well, how do I explain it? It's probably like kind of like a friends with benefits type of stuff. Like we'll be friends, but flirting. And I know how you feel about men and stuff, but I'm just sharing what's going on with my life.
Well, you young. You supposed to feel. You supposed to, believe in love and have stars in your eyes. That's normal at that age. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a follower of Priscilla, or should I say Priscilla? Priscilla took off where she picked up where I left off, and
Oh,
I'm
stop
following
it.
her.
Stop it.
I'm good. But I'm an older woman. I wouldn't preach celibacy or not dating to a girl your age. No, you need to live your life and find out for yourself.
And honestly, I feel like I'm different from other black women because I'm hoping to get married and all that stuff at a younger age than like most black women do. Like I know a lot of black women become single moms at a younger age, but I want to be married at a younger age.
Well,
However,
if you could find that, then I give you all my blessings.
I guess
But,
not,
girl,
Cinnabunny.
it's rough out there. It's really rough out there. These guys, they just want to hook up now. A lot of these guys, they want to hook up and that's it. They want to fuck and they want to smash and dash. They not trying to marry nobody. These young ones, no. But you could try.
yeah,
You could try.
I'm talking to a guy right now. We're kind of like friends with benefits. We just recently met and we're planning on hanging out together. I don't want to
Did she just say friends with benefits? Oh boy.
expect too much or anything, but
Here's the thing. When you hang out with them, they wanna have sex with you, sweetheart. They're men, all right. I don't know why y'all think these are play toys. Why y'all think that these are creatures that you could just hang out and they're not gonna want no coochie? Well, good luck. I mean, hey.
I'm not gonna go over to his house just yet, but I'm just gonna like probably go hang out with him, go to places. And yeah, like I would
Well, the pressure is gonna be on to have sex, all right? He's gonna put pressure on you to have sex. So if that's what you really, if you wanted somebody nagging you for some coochie, be my guest. But
Yes, she is. And the last time she was on here, she was boy crazy and everything. I'm trying to remember. Is she the one that asked the guy if he had a girlfriend, and then he went and reported sexual harassment? Is she the one that had? Is she the one that happened to?
mm, mm-mm.
He hasn't done that with me. He's really nice.
Okay, so maybe it could just be innocent hanging out. If you could find that, which is rare, then be my guest. You know, you young, live your life. You know, but girl, do not be surprised when a big bad wolf comes after Little Red Riding Hood. Please, okay. Do
Yeah,
not
I
act
don't
shocked
even
and
have
surprised.
high expectations, even
Yeah.
though it's kind of hard for me.
And when they're young like that, they want sex. They want sex at that young age. Okay.
Yeah, he's like 6 years older than me though, but he's so young.
Oh boy, how old is she?
Oh no! Art of Aries said your hole is their goal. Oh my god. Damn. You should have wrote that shit in big letters. You should have wrote that in big letters.
Oh, and I met this guy. I didn't meet this guy online. I met him through my apartment complex. I was at the school in my apartment complex, and we exchanged numbers and all that.
I want to ask you a personal question. What is going on with Brett and Rose? What's going on with Brett and Rose? Because they got the internet going crazy right now. What is going on with those two?
That's not a personal question.
I literally just found out that they were separating. But some people also thought that couple anyway.
Well, my thing is this. She got 4 kids now. She got 4
Yeah,
kids.
she got a baby by him too.
Yeah, she got 2 children. She got 2 of
Yeah,
them.
she does have a baby.
She got 2 kids with him, and she got 2 with that black ass nigga. But girl, I was surprised to find out that, you know, when she slipped at the mouth and admitted that the lifestyle that they lived was financed by her. You know?
Okay, the comment section says Rosewood has resentment behind Brett having sex with a family friend who he invited to their wedding. Brett is weak when it comes to cheating, but she's gonna tell Rose to stay with this man.
Now he works. He's just now starting to, you know, pay back for all the stuff that she put out. But initially, she was the one that financed their lifestyle and everything. And I guess she, you know, he's doing his thing as a security. He works in the security field. I don't know if he works for celebrities or whatever, or major companies, but he's out there working now. So I can't say that he's a bum. But Rose spilled the beans on herself when she said the Range Rover, the house, that was me. That was my money. I was like, wow. So it just comes to show you everything that you see on the internet is not what it appears to be. You know what I'm saying? What made me stand apart was I kept it real. And, you know, if I was broke, I was broke. If I was, you know, with a guy that was not top shelf, I kept it real, you know. But you got these YouTubers that come up on here and
Nah, we don't try and sugarcoat your situation. Top shelf Todd.
have all these other girls jealous of them and thinking that they're doing so great when in reality, you know, everything is not what it seems. So, you know, that's why I take pride in being transparent with my shit. So nobody could ever fucking say I faked the funk. I am the realest motherfucker on YouTube. I'm so real that I gotta put a lid on my mouth and not tell on myself. I'm not telling my business no more because I got attacked for it. So I'm not proud that I kept it real, but I'm gonna play the game now. I'm not gonna tell any more of my business.
You just said you were
because they use
proud.
it against you.
Yeah.
So what you think about Brett? Like you got a bunch of bitches lined up waiting to get Brett, honey. Don't get it fucked up. Y'all can call him a bum all you want to. You got a bunch of hoes lined up ready to take Brett away from Rose. They've been waiting. This is the day they've been waiting for.
Honestly, maybe if they're like old, like the women are older, but me personally, I wouldn't be in that line.
So he's not the
Maybe
Brett.
it's just because I'm
LOL, she doesn't want to remind people that she's the same one who once had 300,000. Yeah, and was paying for everything to keep Milkman in the house.
But he's not it for me. He doesn't do it for me.
So what do you think about go to the dark Sybil and what she said? Brett is not the breadwinner. As usual, the black woman is the real provider. I'm done.
I honestly would think he would be the provider because he just like I would think he would be the provider because he looks masculine, but I guess not.
My thing is this: you got people in the comment section coming for you, telling you, not in a bad way, they're coming for you, trying to help you out. They're saying, "Art of it," you got a celestial knight telling you, "Girl, at your age, don't deal with a man in his 30s. At your age, they will run circles around you. Wait until 25 years old and older to date men in their 30s." What do you think about her advice?
I personally disagree. Like, they might still want to commit to me even at my age.
You think they'll want a commitment at your age, which is only, what, 20?
Yeah. I mean, well, some of them maybe not, but...
Now, Jody Nori said, Rose said to the females, here's Brett's channel. Go shoot your shot. They might be done. Oh, shit. She sound like she done. I saw something else where he said
she even set him up with one of those women that's trying to get at him. That's crazy.
Something that she knows that we don't know what's going on, but in a bedroom, outside the bedroom, we don't know. She might not want him for a certain reason. Maybe he's not good in bed. Maybe he don't eat no coochie. Maybe he don't excite her. Maybe he don't pay bills. We don't know.
She got a sugar daddy.
I even want that guy, but it's okay. We all have different types for the most part.
So what y'all need to realize is, Rose said in one of them goddamn videos she did, sometimes she don't feel like being a mother. Sometimes she don't want to be bothered. And she got attacked for that. But one thing I can admire about Rose is her transparency. She said, every day I'm not going to want to be a mother. Now, this is a woman who was a stripper. Okay?
Like
she worked
you.
in a strip club. She still got the body. And she probably wants to go back to the strip club and drop it like it's hot and make thousands of dollars a day. You know what I'm saying? Because I heard things are not as, roses and peaches as they appear to be. I heard they struggling financially. You know what I'm saying? So Rose probably said, shit, this little bit of YouTube money, because I heard that they, for clicks and views, they lied about their numbers. They paid to get their numbers raised. You can get it for $25, or for Amazon, they'll send you some fake likes. And it looks like you get thousands.
And Crystal,
yeah.
Is that true? What? Is that true? Have y'all heard of that?
Do you want to know what that guy looks like?
Say it on looks. What can he do for you?
You were fixing.
He doesn't have a job, but he's tall. He got a for you with that job. Is he talking anything about helping you out, asking you what you need?
What?
Wow.
What did she say? Talking about Brett. Crystal was talking about how good looking Brett was. And he's a Viking, and now Ari's talking about how good looking her man is. But Crystal's going in on about her being too concerned with his looks.
You heard how she said what? Like that's a foreign language that I just spoke. You wouldn't even know how to finesse him or get money out of him, and he may be the type to look at you like you crazy. He might even say, "What are you, a prostitute?"
You don't know
either.
either.
A gold digger? He might say that because that's
you
what
don't
they're
know
saying
how
now.
to finesse men
Prostitute
either.
and gold digger are the new words that they're using to not provide for us, to keep us in check, to make us feel guilty for asking for anything. And we all see Brian Abasolo.
Here we go with Brian
Who
Abasolo.
I think is very attractive. We all see how he finessed Rachel. We all see how these men, like, like Halle Berry's ex finessed her. These women are getting finessed. left and right by men, and men are trying to make us feel guilty about getting money, but meanwhile they doing it. They're doing it. You see how they are? So I'm not up for the games because what they want to do is trade places with us. All right, and girl, they're practicing hypergamy. I want to hear.
I'm not with the games, girl. They're trying to you Brett wasn't providing, but you still think he's a great guy. That's the new thing. They're trying to do. Boy, you contradict yourself so much in a matter of minutes.
You say something hypergamous about this guy that you like with blue eyes. So tell me about his job. What kind of job he got?
I think he works at a well, not I think he does work at like a it's not like the most fanciest job, but it's like a bakery inside of a grocery store, and it's like how do I describe it? It's basically that but yeah.
And so you think so with a bakery job, he works at a bakery.
Inside the grocery store.
What is the most that you could get out of him? Him taking you out to eat. What else?
He said the place is good, so.
He says what?
And he works. He said the place is good, and he works a lot too at the moment. And this makes I know like a lot of people feel negatively about musicians, but he's a musician too and is in a band.
Oh boy.
I just feel like you are boy crazy. You're into looks, and that's normal for your age.
So are you. So are you, Crystal.
I really think deep down inside, you know these men are fucked up right now. You're not, even though you're young, you're not dumb. You see that they're not trying to provide like that. Collectively, you got guys out there who are providing, but the ones that are not are outnumbering those guys. They're outnumbering them. All right, the Dusties outnumber the providers. Let's just keep it real. Now I'm gonna cut this phone call short because I want to hear from a couple of girls I haven't heard from in a long time. I thank you for calling in.
Okay, that's fine.
I thank you for calling in, Empress Ari. But like I said, you know, we're gonna see how hot you are for this guy when you find out that, you know, if he's a provider or not. If you find out that he's not the type to offer, or you know he's trying to get into your pants and never talks anything about what he could do for you, you're gonna remember my words and you're gonna say, damn, Crystal was right. They are dusty out here, and they don't want to provide. A lot of them do not want to provide. They're hoping that you won't ask for anything. That's what they're hoping. They got their fingers crossed, hoping that you ain't gonna ask them for nothing.
Okay, let's just. I mean, I get what you're saying. I just hope it goes well. If it doesn't, then it would be painful. But that would just mean that he isn't the one. But we gotta see how things go.
Well, we're gonna see. I'm looking forward to an update on this guy that you're talking about. All right, you said he's fine.
Okay, I'll definitely update you.
You know how the fine ones are. So let's not play games. You know, you're not the only girl that sees his handsomeness. And a lot of them think that they can get by with just being handsome. So we'll see what happens with this one.
But
thanks for calling in, Empress.
You're welcome. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
It was enough for Milkman.
Leave her alone, y'all. She is young, and you know, she gonna have to learn the hard way. I'm saying that she can't get a boyfriend that's gonna take care of her, but the girl is 20 years old. Let's be realistic here. I want somebody to call in about Rose and Brett. Anybody. We gotta talk about this shit. This is not a good look for the Swirl community. What they're doing to Rose is they're trying to make her seem like she's crazy. They're trying to make it seem like she's losing her mind. She's erratic. She has mental health issues.
You too.
I mean, now she got 4 kids, and she's talking about separating from her husband. So, but you gonna be the one stuck, Rose. And if you listening to me, sweetheart,
She's not.
I don't know why you're not doing everything in your power to hang on to this man. And, because you married him. You guys had a gorgeous wedding. He gave you 2 children. I mean, I don't understand what it is that you just got to separate so bad from this man. Did you catch him fucking somebody else? Did you, is
See, she has no idea. She did not do her research. Just stay with him because he's a Viking. He's a good looking man.
is he being cheap and not taking care of you? Not in a major way, but even if it's in a minor way. I mean, what is it that you just gotta separate from this man and be stuck with 4 kids? Stuck. Because you're gonna be the one stuck, Rose, not him. You're gonna be the one that gotta hire a babysitter for 4.
Damn, this is a complete 180 from 5 months ago. Yeah, cause she was talking shit when Rose and Naka were pregnant. All she did was talk about how they gonna be fat laying around, and their husband gonna want sex. They ain't gonna feel like it right now because their cat's still sore and all this. Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh boy, yeah, she's definitely a different tune.
4 children, 4 boys who can't sit their asses still. Okay, you gotta hire a babysitter before you even go on a date to see somebody else. So you gonna be the one losing, and he gonna have just himself. He's tall, he's good looking, he's white. He gonna have bitches lined the fuck up.
He's tall, he's good looking, he's white. Didn't you just tell Ari not to be focusing on looks? Now she's saying Rose should hold on to Brett and keep the marriage. If Brett was cheating, especially with men, Rose needs to end that. Yeah, that's what I had read that he had cheated with men and women. I was like, what? And then the family friend, and then invite that person to the wedding? Are you kidding me right now?
All right, and I don't know, Rose. You might need to hold on to your man, sweetheart. It's bad out here. You invested in this man. You came so far. I would not leave him. If you want to separate, make him go on his side of the bed. You go on your side of the bed. Take a 20.
And she's talking about how she needs to find a babysitter before she goes out. The kids can go stay with Brett. And if he don't want to keep the kids, fine. Find a babysitter. If she's making all this money, she can hire some help. Move it. Get a live-in nanny if you have to.
Minute walk. Tell him that you want to hire a nanny for the weekend and you need a weekend to yourself.
You want to see a nanny?
But the shit that you're doing right now, no, girl. You're going to be stuck with 4 children looking like you crazy. Facts. And this nigga, he going to be on YouTube. He already got his own channel. He going to be over there flirting with these women, going to their houses, fucking them. And you're going to be one stuck in the house wondering, why did I do that? I should have just stayed with my husband.
But he's already been cheating.
Because he don't look like the abusive type. He don't look like the type that doesn't compromise. He looks like the type that y'all could work it out.
Boy.
Now,
he looks like
quadratic equation said something very important. She said if he gets the kids, he gets paid the child support. All right, and he can always tell a judge, you dropping it like it's hot. We got you all on video, dropping it like it's hot, doing splits on the floor and everything. All right, he might decide to take one of these videos and show the judge that you're a stripper.
Apparently, she hasn't learned anything from the court system. Okay, she was dropping it like it's hot, doing splits on the floor, whatever. She was at home. She wasn't in the strip club. He can tell the judge she's at home doing splits. Where's the evidence that she's a stripper in the club shaking it like it's hot? I would think you just came out of the court system. It didn't teach you shit about evidence.
That you busted a move right on camera and that you got plenty of money and he doesn't. So if I was you, I would just shy away from this whole issue of money. Work it out with my man, because girl, you got 4 kids. Where you going? Where you going? Why? Call in. Call the fuck in. I'm not playing with you. Ryan, Art of Aries, Travan Foxton. I don't give a fuck. Somebody call in this motherfucker. Ryan said he will take his kids.
Hold up. Doretta says, did you ladies watch the video Rose uploaded with that multi-million-dollar interracial couple? I truly believe Rose went ham on Brett for not having the same drive as that rich white man. That's what Doretta just said in the comment section. It's on the screen. Splits aren't inherently sexual. It's not like she was doing splits and popping or something. No, she wasn't. And when she had her legs open, she turned away from the camera. She was exercising, dancing to music. Brett was in the background with a baby, and he was doing his little thing. The, if that's supposed to be evidence of her being a stripper, the judge gonna look at, what is this? She's at home.
Yo, this is not good, Rose. Somebody please call in the goddamn show. 904 801 0785. Call in, call in. Girl, I didn't even think about that shit. So if he takes his kids, he might hit you up for child support. So you gonna be in the club dropping it like it's hot, shaking your ass for 4 male creatures. To take care of 4 male creatures. And he gonna say she's a stripper again. She's still young. She's making money. I need to take care of these 2 boys. He gonna go right back to Iowa, where his family's from, and he gonna move in with his parents, and he gonna play the victim, talking about she gets all this money from the YouTube channel, and she gets money from being a stripper. I need help with these 2 boys. He gonna take his sons from.
Oh my goodness. If she's the breadwinner, I mean, buying the Range Rover and paying for the house and whatnot, why would the judge give Brett custody for him to get child support from her? She's the provider, apparently. She's been the one providing for the family. Why would he get the kids? She got or had a sugar daddy. I don't know if she still does, but sugar daddy was paying for everything while she was pregnant. She's got the YouTube channel, the Airbnb, and all the other type of. How is he gonna get the kids?
You sweetheart. Don't play with these white men. Do not play with. I need one of you girls to call up the goddamn show, or I will end the live.
Hell, if I'm wrong, tell me in the comment section. But shit.
This is the calling show. And I know y'all got something to say about this shit. All right. We are gonna have either one of 2 things happen. She either ends up with 4 boys, shaking her ass on a pole, or trying to get money off of YouTube, and she gonna lose a lot of her YouTube money because of this. A lot of people are not going to support her if she's a single mother with 4 children. She gave away a good man. Talking about she need a break, and now you stuck with 4 little male creatures.
No, I mean she might lose a few, but I don't think she's gonna lose. It's not gonna affect her channel. It's not gonna affect her channel. You want it to, because you figure you're struggling with your channel with no child now. So you think that's going to happen to her? Nah, I think they'll still stick around because some of them think she's crazy and need therapy and doing a lot of cuckoo shit. They'll still be there.
A lot of women are not going to drink that Kool-Aid. They're going to say, I'm not supporting this bullshit. You ain't no different than Tamika up the street with 4 kids. And a YouTube channel. You had a husband. You had the whole black community, especially the women, rooting for you, making us look good, and now we back to the ratchetness. 4 boy children, 2 of them are full-blown nakers, and you're gonna be a single mother that had a white man that actually, took a chance with you. All right. Okay, you paid for some stuff, but the motherfucker's working, right? Ain't he working? He. So you paid in the beginning, right? But he's paying now, sweetheart. He got off his ass. He got his security job working for celebrities or for the government, and he's doing. I heard he makes 6 figures doing that shit. So what are you crying about, sweetheart?
Does he, y'all? Does he make
You
six
got women
figures?
out there like Empress that would love to have a Brett as a man. Okay, so we need to understand one man's junk is another man's treasure. I really don't think she knows how bad it is out here with these motherfuckers.
Does Brett make? Does he make 6 figures? Number one, and number two, if he's working with celebrity, is he? They live in Hawaii, so it's not like they're in Hollywood where he's around the celebrities. Make this make sense. They live in Hawaii now. What is she talking about?
Bad to the bone, sweetheart. Thank you for being on your job, Empress. I appreciate you. But you might take Rose's man. Who knows?
I never really watched him either.
Wouldn't that be a motherfucker if we pull up and Empress calls up the show talking about Crystal?
I never watched him much either.
Brett is my man, girl. I would spit out my drink if that happened. And don't think it can't happen. She's very attractive. She's young. She's in shape. She's on a thin side. She can actually pull her a motherfucking Viking. Yes, ma'am. And she's young.
But it's not about
And the baby mother,
Crystal,
who got the daughter, because Brett got a daughter. The baby mother been waiting for this shit to happen. I wouldn't be surprised if she put a spell on Brett. I wouldn't be surprised if she did some witchcraft to make him, you know what I'm saying? To make him not be so affectionate towards Rose. Because I seen one of them videos and he looked like he was disgusted with her.
Is a mother practicing witchcraft?
That was a video where she started talking and she was like, let's not pretend like blah, blah, blah. Let's not pretend like blah, blah, blah. That video. All right? She basically emasculated the motherfucker and made it seem like he wasn't contributing nothing.
And right there, that's the one thing I'm going to agree with you on, Crystal. She emasculated him. I don't understand why he still around after all that. But some say, they were trying to say it's a skit, it was pretend. I don't care. I'm not going to do that to my man, and I'm not going to let him do that to me for some views.
His other daughter lives on an Indian reservation. I doubt very seriously if she's fully white. She looks fully white, but no, she got some Indian in her, for a fact.
I think they took it down.
Cool.
I believe they took it down, but I watched 4 or 5 different other people. I just typed in Brett and Rose and shit came up, and I watch other content creators. They have a copy of the live. Oh yeah, she was talking mad shit. He's across the room. She laid back on the sofa, whatever. I paid for everything. My sugar daddy, yep, he wrote me a check for $40,000. He took care of us while I was pregnant. You weren't doing nothing. I paid for everything. I paid for the car, I paid for the house. What did you do? Whatever. I don't care. But she was just telling, total emasculation. Ooh. Woo.
The goddamn show. Y'all are boring as fuck. I'm tired of talking, hearing myself talk. I spent $43 out of my $75 in my checking account to put a goddamn phone on, and you can't even call up the show 904 801 0785.
Oh boy.
Girl, we gotta talk about Celestial. Don't play with me. Celestial, do not play with me. That was the first thing that came to my mind. Somebody put a spell on that motherfucker. Somebody once your man, sweetheart. Somebody looked at that 6'3" or 6'4" motherfucker, big like a football player, all right, handsome, looking like a Viking, and said, "Oh, she don't know what to do with that shit. She don't know." Somebody looked at you and said, twerking on a camera and dancing and acting a fool with Brett. And Brett, in the beginning, he thought it was cute. But we could all clearly see that this man is annoyed at this point.
LOL, no one told your stupid ass and literally spent over half your money in your account on this silly shit. Exactly. I would be hanging on to that money. Forget about she could just be on here talking and they could talk to her back in the chat and she could read the chat and she could have saved the money getting that second phone for call-ins. She already in the past had struggles with people calling in. And she gonna spend half her money to have a phone and now she's begging them to call in again. But she needs $1,000 for something important that she needs. I bet it's her probationary fines.
Now her mother's all up in it. Girl, this shit was all the way. Can y'all call up the phone? Can we have a nice conversation? Can we have a caller show like we did back in the day? I'm going to announce the number one more goddamn time. The phone is down to 7%. Come on, y'all. Let's not fuck around. Before the phone, because this phone is ratchet, and you got to turn the motherfucker off for it to charge. So we're down to 7%, y'all.
Doretta says, how's your weight loss going, Crystal? But that's later on. The live part is chat. I started this from the beginning.
Not charge while the phone is, the numbers are only going down, not up. I have to turn the phone off in order for it to charge. Can you please call up the goddamn show and let's talk about this? This is worse than what happened to me going to jail. All right? Because I ain't got no 4 goddamn kids up in my house. All right? It's just me and my 2 cats. You know, my oldest son is in a group home. I visit him, and that's that. So I got my freedom. But Rose,
you got it now.
And that comment that rhymed, R-I-N-D, Rind made a comment, he gonna take them kids. And then he gonna hit her up for child support, and she gonna be forced to go back to the strip club. Can you imagine shaking your ass for male children, for male creatures?
Let's see. Can you imagine shaking your ass for male creatures? Oh yeah, you did it back in the 90s in New York. LOL, no, I'd rather be in Rose's position. Hell yeah. She might got 4 children to take care of, but she's free and she's traveling, living Hawaii now.
Can you imagine that? And he gonna get him some new pussy. You already know. If you let this motherfucker, even if you give him room to breathe, somebody gonna snatch Brett up.
I bet she would.
He doesn't appear to be the doggish type of dude. All right? But somebody gonna look at that big motherfucker and snatch him, I'm telling you. Ain't no break, sweetheart. Ain't no break.
She don't know nothing.
They want you to take a break so they can take your man.
He's already been cheating.
And now everybody's avoiding her because she got sons. She got all boys. 2 of them are nakers. Lord have mercy. The Swirlz come in. You thought they kicked me out? Or they really gonna kick you out? They really gonna kick you out because at least I'm single and I'm divested. Not only from friends, but from family, from everybody pretty much. And I'm just, I'm laying low.
No, you're not.
I ain't got no male children, 4 of them.
You got 2.
Running around. No. No, ma'am. It's nothing but peace and quiet over here.
Oh, listen to her. I don't have any. They were one ran from your ass and the other one was taken from you. In case you forgot.
Listen. Art of Aries 111 says she's gonna be stuck with those thuns.
You having your son taken from you doesn't
she's not gonna realize that she gonna take that break and realize what she did. Honestly, I think it's witchcraft. Celestial, call up, sweetheart. I want to hear from Celestial Night. I think some of you bitches put voodoo on that motherfucker. Some of you bitches figured out that magic works and you put a spell so that he could leave Rose and go with you. I said what I said. I suspect witchcraft.
But all men cheat, Crystal. You keep saying all men cheat. All men cheat. But with Brett, that you seem to be hyping up right now, it had to be witchcraft that made him do so. Girl, shut up. Shut up.
I think it's witchcraft. I think somebody wanted that motherfucker and put a spell on him. Because, girl, mm-mm. He went from looking at her like she was God herself to looking at her like she gets on my nerves. Lately, those have been the looks that he's been giving her. I want somebody to call in with some juicy shit about Rose and her man. Art of Aries Princess, you need to stop. You need to stop, sweetheart. Perhaps you are blind. She said Rose could honestly get a better looking Brad. He's not ugly. What did you get in this little girl?
Oh, man. Well, I guess she took it down. I went to the bathroom. Shoot. I guess she took it down. Shit. What the hell? Oh well, that's it. She must have had a crush on Brett because that's why she's giving him all this grace. Months ago, she was saying all men cheat, they're evil, they're blah blah blah. Exactly. Let me see. Let me see what happened. Let me. Oh yeah, she took it. She took it down. This video has been removed by the uploader. Well, we got what we got. Well, let's see. Until next time, y'all. Thanks for joining me.